give you what you needed?
Yeah, I was real pleased with most of them. Thought Sinquez had a good day. CJ, Aaron, Keith. Wesley's not going to be able to go. Aaron Garbett got released from the hospital today, so that's great news. He was severely dehydrated and created some inflammation to his muscles, and they were just concerned about his kidneys when things like that happen. So they kept him in there, long enough to make sure he's back to normal. And he's out. So hopefully we can get him back next week. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty close.
How's it, Gross?
Gross is fine.
Okay.
He just, we're taking care of him every week. I mean, he's like every kid that's undersized. He's beat up, but yeah, he'll be fine. He'll go.
Trey, you didn't say anything about
Trey was dressed, but we held him out again. But he's in mental reps, but he'll try to go.
Where will you go at backup corner? Is D. Hendrick still at corner? Does he move back to Husky?
Yeah, no, he's going to stay at corner. Mike Hilton and Brishan have done a good job at those Husky positions, so we'll leave the Hendrick at corner right now.
How did he do against Georgia?
He did okay the first half. Second half, he got beat on some routes.
Mm-hmm.
And, but
who was that?
Hendrick.
But he just, he hadn't played it since spring, and they had some pretty good players. So we're working very hard to make sure he's sound there.
You talked a lot about Vandy's defense. What about their offense?
Very, very complicated. They unbalance you in as many formations as any team I've ever faced, trying to create angles. They understand exactly who they are. They're very balanced, and Stacy's one of the better backs in the league, and Rogers obviously can throw it. Matthews can make big plays. He's got a number of explosive plays on the year. So that combination with all the sets that they give you, and then the Stacy threat, either at Wildcat or at tailback, and then them being able to throw the ball effectively is a great challenge.
You look at their point totals it was 19, 15, 17, then 49, 40. What is that competition, or what's happened that's enabled them to?
Well, I hope so.
Like
I hope it's that. They look impressive in those games. Having not played those other schools, it's hard for me to say, but they look very impressive at executing their offense in those two games. And whether the competition was not the same as the others, it still breeds great confidence, I'm sure. So they'll come in being a very confident group.
Can you talk about Chancellor Jones issued a statement about last night? What would you say to that? I mean, you've done such a great job of bringing everybody into the community. What would you say about that stuff that happened last night?
Disappointed in two things. Disappointed in the 30 or 40 that gathered and to do whatever they were going to call that demonstration, and which, by the way, happened at a lot of places across the nation.
Sure.
And not just at Ole Miss. And very disappointed in our local media that took it upon themselves to run with it and make it into something that it wasn't. And we're our own worst enemy when we do those kind of things. It's not, in my opinion, proper journalism, and that's frustrating. But obviously, when the social media hit, the other 200 or 300 came to watch what's going on, and again, I don't condone any of that action. Whoever the president of our United States is who I'm going to give honor to, and hopefully, we've got to move forward just like a football team and press on to make it a better place. And that's the attitude of so many rebels here, and hopefully the truth will be known and too much damage wasn't done from the false reporting that happened.
Did you have to do much, for lack of a better word, damage control?
Not really. I just put out the truth. You just put out the truth, and normally that the truth is usually good enough for most people.
Overall, have you tried to be proactive with that? Because
Certainly.
it isn't the first time that's been thrown around.
When I woke up and found out that the reports were false, that I believe some of our own people, over-exaggerated, some of our own people did, I immediately got with our coaches and we tried to find out the truth from what really happened and make sure we got that out.
Appreciate it.
All right.